Hey, y'all. It's your girl, Mimi. You are on my YouTube channel, Her Majesty Speaks. Well, I was having a conversation with one of my good friends. And, we were talking about, relationships because she's finally able to exhale. She found that once she kissed a lot of frogs. So, I'm on here, ladies, because I know this is not going to be a popular video. I know it's not. But it needs to be talked about. Ladies, we really need to take a look at ourselves and what we are requiring of of our relationships and the men that we want to have relationships with, or period, versus what they are actually getting. Say that again. We need to look at what we are requiring versus what we are actually offering to our significant other. And I tell you, I have, because I'm a career hairstylist. And I've been doing hair for over 20 years. So I have dealt with a lot of women, a lot of different personalities, all walks of life, all socioeconomic backgrounds. And also I am a bartender. I'm a VIP bartender, and I deal with a lot of people, period, And I've been, a lot of women will say, oh, I'm requiring, he got to make 6 figures. He got to be tall. He got to be fit. He got to, he got to look good. And he got to be able to, I want him to have degrees. And I don't want no man I'm making more money than, and all that type of crap. And when in actuality, you're not bringing that to the table yourself. And this is the thing, because granted, I don't believe that the fairy tale exists. It doesn't. I'm a 45-year-old woman. The fairy tale does not exist. You have to make your situation or find the person that best suits your personality. And the most important thing is you need to be honest with yourself. You really need to be honest with yourself, because too many of us are not. So if you are, let's say, and the thing is, every bad choices, we can't use that as like I got married early, because I got married early. I wasn't equipped for marriage. I was a good wife, I really was, because I tried really hard. But my first husband had a drug problem. I wasn't, at 24, I wasn't equipped to deal with that at all. I still didn't know who I was as a woman. But again, every bad decision or choice or whatever that we make early in life, it has consequences. It just does. So if you, let's say, you are in your, and I'm going to say mid-30s, and you have 2 children, and, you're requiring that, this man has all these, his resume is pristine. If you find a good-looking black man that have his shit together, psychologically and financially, I'm trying to say this in a nice way. It ain't no nice way. You are not. He has options. You're not gonna be his first choice. I don't give a shit how beautiful you are and how curvaceous and whatever you are. You are not going to be his first choice, because when people have options, they choose differently. Just like women, we have options, because a lot of us are making a lot of money and things, nowadays. We have options. We don't have to settle. So we can't expect for them to do so as well. For a man to step into your situation that has all of this stuff going on. And granted, he might really love you, but to ask a man to step in and raise, another child that's not his, or, just that's a lot of responsibility. And in his mind, you just might not be worth it. Because if he can go find something younger and something as he considers untainted, that's what he's going to do. So, me, like I said, I am a realist. And I realize I'm 45. I have 3 boys from a prior marriage. 2 from a prior marriage. 1 from a relationship. But I don't expect for a man to step in. Even though I'm a beautiful woman and have a great personality, have my own home, I have businesses that are successful, still grinding. I'm not nowhere near where I want to be, but from all intent and purposes, I am considered a successful woman. I still know that my situation is not the most desirable. Now, granted, I have standards. Don't get me wrong, but I'm realistic about my standards. And I know that a certain type, I'm not going to be his desired choice. I'm just not. But I don't fool myself into thinking that I would be. You have to be honest with yourself, ladies. You definitely do. I can't require no man to have no 6-pack because I ain't got one. It doesn't make any sense. Now, granted, I don't want no bum, but I'm a mom of boys, and the way I look at things, this is just me. I have a friend. But I don't, a relationship, because it takes a lot of time. You got to build, and especially if you have a man of means, he wants you at his beck and call. He wants you to be available when he wants you to be available. And when you are a mom, that cannot happen. And we can't expect for folks to understand that. We can't. Because just like we have our wants and our desires and what we require, they do as well. So, where I am in my life, my boys are still rather young. They're 13, 11, and 9. So, the way I look at it, I have my friend for what I need him for. And because I don't have no slackers around me. If I needed something financially, it's never ever a problem, ever. But again, like I know, I don't expect for him to step in and be daddy to my children. That's way too much pressure that we put on folks. It's like, what will he be getting in return? Because a lot of times we don't ask that question. We do not. We always say what we want. What can you do for me? What can you do for mine? But we never ask, what are they really getting out of the damn deal? I mean, really. And a lot of us, we're not honest with ourselves about what we're actually bringing to the table. A lot of us, I've asked women, well, what is that you bring? They don't even know. Because you can't just bring sex to the table. That's the icing on the cake. It has to be a lot of other stuff there. And it's not just love, because love is not enough when you want a successful relationship. So you have to, like for myself, excuse me, I have to, until my boys get out of the house, where I've raised them successfully, and they're in college, like through college, and getting started in their careers. I mean, you never stop being a mommy. I'm going to be there I'm going to make sure they get a strong start in life. And of course, sometimes, stuff happens. You got to be there, because you never stop being a mom. But until they are officially grown, I have no business even trying to entertain a damn relationship. Because all of my time and energy needs to go into them. Because they ain't asked to be here. And a lot of us need to stop being so selfish and think about me. What do I want? What do I need? And we have to think about that other person. What do they want and what do they need? What do they offer versus what do I offer? What are they really getting from this union besides just saying that I'm their woman? That ain't enough. I mean, to you the apple of your eye, but everybody don't see that. Just like I tell my kids, the only person, when you leave out this door, you're not special to nobody but me and your grandparents. That is it. The world, you are just, you ordinary. They're not gonna love up on you like I do, or like your grandparents do. But nobody loves up on you like your mom. But a lot of us, we, and it's great to know your worth. I'm not, and please don't take it as I want you to dumb yourself down or accept, just crap, from anybody, because that's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is we have to be realistic. When you over 45, that list that you got, when you over 40, that list needs to start looking a little differently. It shouldn't be so much superficial stuff at all. You need to know, first you need to know what you want. Do you want somebody that you can build with? Or you want somebody to take care of you? And honestly, when you want somebody to take care of you, that's something that's done for that's for the youngins. That ain't for our ass. It ain't. Because most men of means, because especially if you want a black man of means, he has so many options. Because not only do the black women want him, every other race wants him as well, especially when he's good looking. But you have to compete with all of those. Normally they want something real pretty and tight and perfect on their arm, no kids, available when they want, and pretty much shut up and do what I say. And we all know, especially black women period, over a certain age, that's not going to happen. So you have to be realistic. What is it that I can offer? What is it that I'm willing to, compromise on? Because it can't be looks and sex. It can't, at this age, it can't be. It cannot. You really have to have a true friendship, because, over 40, your knees, you start to break down a little bit. And I don't care how good a shape you in. Shit just ain't the same as it was in your 20s and your early 30s. I ain't even gonna say men. Your early 30s. Stuff is different. Back problems. Certain folk might have high blood pressure, diabetes. Sex is not going to be. People don't have the same stamina. People don't have that kind of time. People don't have the same desire. So you have to have good conversation, and you have to be friends. You have to have something else besides the superficial shit that I keep hearing everybody talk about. He gotta have this, he gotta have that. What do your ass? What is your gotta haves on this side? We have to start looking at what they require, what they're going to get out of this as well. it's just food for thought. Because a lot of I haven't heard any women actually say, what is he getting out of this? All we think about is what we need and what we want and what they can offer to our lives. We don't think about what we can offer to their lives as well. And we need to start being realistic about that, because it ain't gonna go how you want it to go. It's gonna be this vicious cycle that it has been, with folks, getting used and getting tossed away because you think you're worth more than somebody else thinks. And like I was saying, because I know I'm around, I know I switch around a lot, because my mind moves faster than my mouth. But I'm not telling you to dumb yourself down or not know your worth, but just be willing to, okay, I don't, I look pretty good, but, I don't have a six-pack. I got a little cellulite. I look good, when I put my stuff on. But I can't require him to not have those same things. I can't require perfection if I'm not giving it. Can't. And it goes both ways. It does. I'm gonna get on the men another time, but right now I'm talking to us right now. I'm talking to us. We have to do better with that, and be realistic about our standards and our requirements. We have to. Or it's just gonna be, like I said, a vicious cycle. And it needs to stop. It really, really does. I watch a lot of other, I watch a lot of shows. I just watch life, and I listen to people, and, I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube, and I see the different conversations, and, and it's a lot of not real bright people out here. And I wish they could hear what they really sound like. I mean, really. And see what everybody else sees. So. But that's that. I just need us to just be realistic about what you have to offer, and what you require. And see if those things match up. And if they don't, reevaluate them. It's okay. Everybody don't have to make six. If you make a six-figure, he can make a good 60, 70,000. As long as his ass get up and go to work every day, and he want to build. And the other thing we need to stop doing, oh Lord, I heard about, I saw something today that it just struck a nerve in me. The young lady was talking, the man she was talking to, he said, well, what if the gentleman is like a plumber or something, making like $30, $40 an hour, and that's a good like 70K a year. Ain't nothing to slouch at, Now when you go and buy something, of course, it ain't gonna just be on his salary. It's gonna be on you all together, But whoever's making more money, quite naturally, is probably gonna put more into the bills. But the first thing she said was, "Oh, I'm a boss. If he making that, I'm gonna make sure that he get his business, and we gonna do this and that." And I was just like, sis, come on. Maybe he's happy making 70,000, and that's cool if you good with that. But don't go in and trying to change no damn body. Have these discussions up front. Don't go in thinking I got to fix him up to be what I want him to be. If he don't already have that in him, if he's not already that now and don't have the potential to be that, leave his ass where he at. Leave him alone. Don't go in there and fuck up his life and have him looking, because the next woman that was meant for him is gonna come along and he gonna dog her ass out because of the dumb shit you done put him through. So ladies, that too. We have to stop trying to, it's not no Mr. Potato Head. You can't make him be what your ass want him to be, because he sure can't do that with your ass. And Lord knows, if they could move some shit around with us, they would. But it's about acceptance. It's about compromise. It's about growth. And it's the biggest part is reality. What are you offering versus what you require? So that's all I got to say on that. This is your girl Mimi of Her Majesty Speaks. That's the name of my YouTube channel. And of course, if you like what I said, hit the like and subscribe button. Tell your friends. It's still new. I'm still growing, still building. The show might end up changing, you know. It's always going to be changing because I'm ever, you know, forever evolving and growing and trying to be better myself. But definitely hit like and subscribe. Like I said, tell your friends. My YouTube channel, Her Majesty Speaks. Her Majesty has spoken. And I'm out of here. And I want you all to have a great rest of your day on purpose. Be good to somebody just because you goddamn can. And if your day is going fucked up, don't you dare go fuck up somebody else's. Keep your negativity to yourself till you get that shit together. And then you go ahead and present yourself to the world. Again, this is your girl Mimi. Her Majesty has spoken. I will talk to you all later.